Hey guys, thanks for tuning in again. My name is Kranat, and today we're going to talk about another guitar from one of my favorite brands ever, which is Maybach, and this guitar is the Albatroz 65 with a single P90 pickup. But first, let's hear it in action, and then we're going to talk about it. So I hope you enjoyed the solo, and the good thing is the backing track for that solo is actually available for you to download for free under the description down below. It's a Google Drive link. You can download it, use it as you wish, and if you decide to post on social media, just tag me and let me know how you played. I want to hear all the solos that you guys do over it. Now for today's star of the show, this beauty right here. I mean, just look at this. How cool can a guitar be? I mean, the color, just the one pickup, I don't know if you can see here, but the aging and everything is just an inspiration machine, to say the least. I really, as I said on my previous videos, I really like Maybach guitars. They do great things. They've sent me a couple of guitars to check. I've never had any like issues with Maybach guitars. They're just like, you grab them out of the box and they're just amazing to play and really inspiring. Actually, thinking about it, I think they're like the treasure of Europe when it comes to guitars, because they build guitars only in Europe, and as far as I know, they only sell them in Europe. And it's just a pleasure to have these guitars in the channel and just play them, because as I said, they're really inspiring. Now the backing track that you heard, the rhythm parts were actually done on another guitar that I'm gonna upload the video in like 3 or 4 days from this one, and that one is just a masterpiece. I mean, you're gonna love it. Now this is indeed a very simple guitar. As you can tell, it's just one pickup, mahogany body, mahogany neck. But we're gonna talk about all the specs, and then we're gonna listen to the sounds. And yeah, so starting with the headstock in my channel's fashion, we have this beautiful design here with the logo. And you might think that this is the G-style headstock, but that's not the case, because this one is actually copyrighted, or as far as I know. I'm not an official source here, but as far as I've read online, this is actually the Larsen brothers headstock design. And yeah, Maybach bought the rights for it, and they're using it on their guitars, and I think it's beautiful. The tuners here are Godot tuners. They work perfectly fine. And I mean, the light is just hitting the guitar and it's reflecting it in a really cool way as I see it on the screen now. But yeah, the tuners, Godot, work perfectly fine. They keep the guitar in tune. There's no big jumps when you're tuning the guitar, so no complaints there. Now the nut right here is a bone nut, perfectly cut. We're not gonna waste time. You're never gonna find a bone nut that is not cut well on Maybach guitars, because as I've said, I played a couple of them, a handful, and I've never had any issues. So for the quality, I know it's going to be an awesome guitar every time. Now the fretboard here is rosewood, very nice piece of rosewood. It has the simple dot inlays just to go with the aesthetic of the guitar, being a simple guitar. Now the neck is made out of mahogany, and I don't know if you can tell, but I'm probably going to add some close-up shots, but the neck is also checked. So the lacquer is nitro and it's checked. And most of the body is also checked because it's supposed to emulate an old guitar. Now, the neck here, the shape of it is a regular C shape, I would say. It's not very thin, but it's not thick either. So it really fits the period of the 60s. So it's named a 65. And I think it very well fits that period because it's just very comfortable and it feels like home when you grab it. Now, when it comes to the fretwork, this is just perfect. The fret ends are beautifully rolled. The fretboard itself is also rolled around the edges. They're polished very well. I mean, they make amazing guitars. Now, if you want to hear more about the story of Maybach and how they operate, I have a video, I'm going to link it here or here, about the Telemann that I received from them. And you're going to hear more about that. And it's very impressive on what they do. And they're not rubbing it on our faces because, I mean, they want to build quality guitars, and that's what they do. I mean, they handpick all the woods. They're made in Europe. They use amazing parts. So, yeah. I mean, I can guarantee you that every time you're going to pick up a Maybach guitar, it's going to be amazing. Now, moving down to the body, it's a mahogany body, and it's very well checked, and I think it looks amazing. The color is called Vintage White, and it does come in different colors: Vintage Cream, Cherry, and Black, I think. I'm not quite sure about that, but you can visit their website and you can check all the colors. Single P90 made by Amber, a dog ear P90. And Amber are pickups exclusively made for Maybach guitars, and they're also made in Germany, hand wound in Germany. And the bridge here is some sort of compensated Goto bridge, which I think looks cool and fits the aesthetic of this guitar. Tone, volume, that's all that it has, and I think it's awesome. The jack is on top of the body, as it would be on a vintage Gibson, so to say. So as you can probably tell, I'm holding this guitar with one hand only, and I can do all these maneuvers with it because it's very, very light. I mean, when I opened up the case and I grabbed the guitar, I was normally expecting some sort of resistance, but I just grabbed it and I was like, whoa, never played something like this before because it's very light. And I went through the certificate of authenticity, which you also get with these guitars, and it's 2.5 kilos, which is immensely light. I've never played any guitar that's lighter than this one. Now, it does suffer from a very tiny bit of neck dive when playing with a strap, but we have to put into account that my strap is like the cheapest strap you could ever get, and it slides around like crazy. So that's nothing a good strap won't fix. If you're playing while sitting down, you won't notice it at all. But the other thing that I found really interesting, because I don't check these things very often, but if you look at the certificate of authenticity, all the specs are written down by hand, which is a really nice touch. So we have the serial number, we have the model name, we have the material of the neck and the body, the color, the weight, which is 2.5 kilos, the fingerboard rosewood, top mahogany, pickups Amber P90 standard dog ear, and they also have the dates when it was assembled and the dates when it went through the final checks. So you have everything you need on here to see the journey of your guitar and what it actually is. Now, as I said, with Maybach guitars, I always expect good quality, and this doesn't fail at all. I mean, the way that, because I can tell you specs all day long, I can read you all the measurements and the nut widths and all that, but I mean, grabbing the guitar and just playing it is amazing. So if you have a shop that stocks Maybach guitars, do yourself a favor and run there and just try a Maybach, because I mean, they're just amazing. I really love them. Now, would this guitar be something for me? Maybe not, because it only has one bridge pickup, and I'm not used to that. If it only had a neck pickup, I would probably live with it, but it's really fun to play, especially if you're like if you like fuzz and if you like hard rock tones. It's really fun for that. And in the intro, as you heard, I was using actually a big muff on Amplitube 5 for it, and it sounded awesome, but that's not something that I do on a daily basis. And if I get a Maybach guitar, I want it to be like versatile, so I can just use that, because yeah, as I said, I love the brand, I love what they stand for. And yeah, so I have a deal with Maybach that I'm gonna do a lot of videos for them, and for that I'm gonna choose one Maybach guitar of my liking. So it's not gonna be this one. If it had a neck pickup, then yes, but the thing is, I like humbuckers a lot too. So my ultimate guitar would be a Pelham Blue Albatroz with the same bridge and 2 humbuckers. That would be my dream guitar. but they don't make it at the moment, so that's not going to be it. And I've already decided for one, so if you think you know what I decided to get from Maybach, leave it under the comment section down below and see if you can guess right. So that's going to be it about specs and everything, because there's not much to talk about it. It's a really simple guitar, but as I said, very inspiring, and it has massive tones. Now, talking about tones, we're going to hear some examples that I played through Amplitube. I built a couple of presets around this guitar. We're going to use the tone knobs, the volume knobs. We're going to hear it distorted, clean, reverb, everything. So I'll leave you with that, and then we're going to come back to end the video. See you! So I hope you enjoyed the tones, and please let me know what you think about this guitar under the comment section down below. I love it. It plays amazing. It sounds great, and I think for the price of it, it can really compare with a custom shop by Gibson. I mean, there's nothing that you would want more if you're looking for this type of guitar. I mean, this is it. This is all you need. So yeah, if you're looking for something to rock out, you can definitely pick this up and just go on stage and rock out. Turn your Marshall up, and that's about it. But it can also be very versatile. I mean, if you look at it from another perspective, that you can set everything to 10 and dial in your tone with the maximum brightness that you would want, and then you have this very versatile aspect of it, of just turning down the tone, and then you can get some sort of neck pickup tones, as you heard in the playing demos. But I mean, this is all about rock and roll, and I really love that about this guitar. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have another Maybach that I'm gonna upload a video on very soon. I've done all the playing parts. I just need to talk about it on camera, just like I'm doing right now. And that thing is just beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's mind-blowing, honestly. But yeah, let me know what you think about the guitar. Please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. If you like my stuff, please do so. Subscribe, like, comment, everything like that helps me a lot. So yeah, that's gonna be it, and I'll catch you with the next video. Have a good one. Bye bye.